Kelly, F40, and I were together for 3 years. We're both divorced, both have kids from previous relationships, and we've been trying to blend our lives the best we can. I've got 2 kids from my ex-wife. She had one from a short-lived relationship that followed a 10-year marriage. Life hasn't been easy for either of us, but we always found a way to make it work. When I proposed, we agreed we'd keep things simple. We're both working class, and I was going to be paying for pretty much everything. So, we settled on having a small ceremony and a little reception in the backyard of her family's home. Her aunts were kind enough to offer the space for free. I paid for the alcohol, minus a few cases of beer they contributed, rented the chairs and tables, and my groomsmen chipped in where they could. But as the planning went on, I started noticing a shift. Her family, especially her mum, started pushing for more. Things we hadn't budgeted for. A floral arch, a real cake, nicer decorations. I managed to meet a few of those requests, but it kept piling on. Meanwhile, they weren't offering much help, just opinions. Kelly, unfortunately, started siding with them more often than with me. I could deal with the decorations and comments, but then her brother Justin moved in. Justin, 47, had just been dumped and was in a bad place. I let him stay with us temporarily. Big mistake. He claimed his ex was some awful rich woman who treated him terribly, but I found out he cheated on her. And honestly, the way he talked about women made my skin crawl. Non-stop stories about how women used to throw themselves at him. He'd hijack conversations, make everything about himself, and act like some misunderstood genius. Worse, he became a constant presence in our relationship. Kelly would take him on long drives, just to talk, and half the time they were checking on his ex. I told her I wasn't comfortable with that. She blew up at me. We fought, and I know he overheard it. Later that day, I came out of the shower and caught him telling Kelly I was too simple to understand his life. He even made some condescending remark about my job. I called him out. She denied everything and took his side. So I packed his things and dropped him off at her mum's. From that point on, her family treated me differently. Colder. Distant. I didn't care at first. I was marrying her, not them. But then came the rehearsal dinner. It was supposed to be a small gathering. My parents, a few close friends, our kids. But her family. They showed up in full force. Loud, uninvited, and half already drinking. They cooked food, which was nice, but acted like they were hosting a family reunion, not a wedding rehearsal. Then her mum got drunk. Not tipsy, slurring, stumbling, loud drunk. She started making inappropriate jokes, comparing me to Justin in not so subtle ways, even mocking the wedding setup. Her aunts and cousins joined in, drinking, yelling, laughing way too loud, while my family quietly sat at one end, clearly uncomfortable. Even the slideshow I prepared with photos of us got ignored, while Justin cracked jokes in the middle of the crowd. The burgers and hot dogs I specifically ordered for the kids. Gone. Chairs were moved. The whole night turned into a party that had nothing to do with us. It was chaos. I asked Kelly 4 times to please step in and ask her mum to sit down. She tried, but it was useless. I told my parents to take my kids home. Then, after holding my tongue all night, I snapped. I grabbed the alcohol I paid for, the chairs and equipment, and asked my friends to help me load everything into our cars. The second I started doing that, everyone went quiet, like I was the one ruining things. Kelly was crying. Her family stared, but I had hit my limit. The next day, I told her I couldn't go through with the wedding. She begged me to reconsider, said she understood I was hurt, but that her family was just being themselves. She said I overreacted, that I embarrassed her, and that at least she didn't disown me after I kicked her brother out. That line hit me hard, like I was supposed to be grateful for being tolerated. I told her I'd pay the rest of the lease so she and her kids wouldn't be displaced, but I was done. I packed my things and left. And now I feel empty. I know I made the right choice. My family was humiliated, my kids saw a mess, and I was made to feel like an outsider in my own wedding. But I still love her, and hearing her say that I gave up hurts more than I expected. It feels like she thinks what her family did was normal, and me walking away was the real betrayal. I know I'm not going back, but part of me can't help wondering, did I really fail her? Or did I just finally stand up for myself?